it's Marcy here. Thank you for tuning in. I have Kai here with us. And we just wanted to share our tips on how to travel with an infant and a toddler. So just one of a few things that we did want to talk about is how to basically entertain them. Travel as early as possible. So on the way back, we did had a flight at 6 a.m. and I think that worked out so great for us. On the way there, we had a flight at 10 p.m. and that was really a big disaster. The kids just weren't settling in at all. They were just overtired, you know, by the time that we got there, by the time that we settled, by the time that we even just got into the airplane. Like for them, it was just so much going on that they were not used to that, and it was really late for them too, so bedtime was already pushed back. Tried to coordinate their naps or anything like that. For us, it just did not work. It was a disaster the whole way there. They were crying. It was just, I think it was too much for them. On the way back, we did notice though at the 6 a.m. flight was so much better, just because it did wake up with us around 4 a.m. and then we did have our connecting flight at 9 that same day, so that really helped us tire them out. They had no other choice really than to sleep throughout the plane. Also did give them like a small little but something for them to actually sleep better, which we did not do on the way there. So I would suggest to try to do that on the way there, so it'd be maybe a little bit better. But that did help us a lot, right? For us, it worked out better a morning flight. Other thing that we did want to talk about is also pack a lot of snacks. We did pack a lot of different snacks for Kian. For Kai, not too much at that time because he was just starting solids and stuff, but we did do a little bit of like crackers in here and there. Fruit. For Kian, we did pack all his favorite snacks. Like he loves cookies and stuff, so we did just bring like a cookie, crackers, or anything that he loved, or whatever your toddler is into, just bring it. That would definitely help you on the way there and on the way back, and even traveling within country. It's just so easy to just pull it out of the bag and then just calm them down, and it'll be just easy. This is what we did. So we did bring in something like this, like a plastic bag, and I just put everything in, all his like little crackers, or his like little chocolate chip cookies he loves, and a cracker for Kai. It was just so much easier to just keep everything in one bag and to just leave it in there, so whenever we were out, make sure that we brought this. And also on the airplane, we had this in his bag. I would suggest to have also a bag, like let's say his own bag handy. Like even with the carry-on, we did have to put it up where the carry-ons usually go, but try to put like a smaller bag or something, like his bag, let's say Kian's bag. We brought a little carry-on for him where we brought his stuff and his tablet. Just put it underneath there so it's easier to just grab, instead of, you know, asking my husband to go grab whatever we needed from the carry-on and then just bring it down, instead of just poof, take it out from underneath the seat and you're good to go. Another thing is that we did bring for Kian is his tablet. So his tablet was also in his bag, so that helped us a few times. I mean, I would suggest to bring it. Also brand new toys that he's never had, so I just went to the dollar store and grabbed a few things. Also we grabbed a lot of coloring books. Like I did like some Blippi coloring books. Right now he's obsessed with Spider-Man, so we brought some stickers, Spider-Man stickers, anything that had to do with Spider-Man or anything like that that would just distract him, I brought. So it did help. He's a sticker lover, so I brought lots of stickers and sticker books with us, so he was very entertained like that. That really saved us a lot. Right now this guy is breastfed, but I did bring formula just so it'll be easier. We brought that in also like in a bag like this. All his formula or all his milk or whatever, or like maybe just to pack another like type of different bag, right, where you put all your formula or all your milk in it. A cooler, I guess, for your breast milk, for the moms that did bring breast milk and stuff. Just bring that in all in one place, so when you do go through customs, you can just pull it out. You just literally pull this out and then you're good to go. They know that that's your milk and everything, and that's good to go. That's what we did with Kai and Kian. Like we put everything in one place, and Kian, because of his milk, we did have like a little small cooler, but we put everything together. So we told them, hey, this is it, this is formula or this is milk, and we're good to go. That was really helpful. One time we did have like an extra bottle of milk inside the carry-on, but it was hidden, and we didn't know why we kept getting stopped, like from that for that luggage. I'm like, oh, my formula is here, all my milk is here, right? Yes, buddy. I didn't know, and then finally they took it out, and they noticed that it was just one luggage bottle that was in the carry-on. Sorry. I would suggest to bring everything on one bag, so it'll just be easier for you. Another thing with the strollers and bucket seats and everything like that, we could go all the way into the gate with your stroller. So we literally packed everything, and like even the extra stuff that we did have, let's say like our floaty within the country, we were able to stuff that into the stroller. So that was like an extra little like luggage that we were able to go with, and they didn't seem to mind anything. So it was really good. You go in, you check in your stroller, and then they'll put in like a tag or anything like that, and then you leave it there before you actually board the plane, like inside. And then when you come out, when you're done with the plane, then you come out, and then they'll have it there for you. So, pack whatever stroller you think is best for you. For us, we wanted to bring obviously like our normal stroller that we had actually extra luggage and stuff. I know it's a little bit more bulkier than the lighter ones, but it was just more handy for us, like, since we had so much going on. So we brought that in. Another thing is with packing, or I personally had a hard time trying to pack for them, just because I didn't know. We had so many different weather changes there. At one point we had 15-16 degrees depending on the nights, and then when we went to another destination it was hot, right? It was like 30 degrees. It was just all over the place, so I had to pack a different type of outfits. So I did struggle a little bit with that, but now I know what to pack. And I think I overpacked a little bit too much, just because I was afraid that I was gonna run out. But I noticed that most of the places that we were at, they had laundry services, or they had a laundry set, so it was easy for us to just, you know, pick up, and let's say if we did have to wash something, then we'll just wash it, right? So I would maybe think about that. If you have access to that, then go ahead and try to have that wash, instead of just bringing extra luggage that you really don't need. We'll be having another video coming out about that, so stay tuned for that. Another thing that we did want to talk about, plan with extra time if you can. For us, it was a lot of struggle to just try to get out of the door. We noticed that when it was possible, everything went a little bit more smoother than just regular rushing, you know, out the door. I know it is very hard to do that with a toddler, or even an infant, just a baby in general. It is hard to just get out of the door, but even like 15 to half an hour would make a big difference. So I would suggest to try your best to go with time to the airport or anything like that, just because you don't know what's gonna happen. Like with these guys, you know, this guy decided to have a big poop before we went on the plane. Then I had to go and change him, and we were one of the last ones that were just waiting for us, right? It just so happened that he had to take a poop right before we went into the airplane. So that was, you know, a struggle. It happens, obviously. But the next point is, with that, is to try to be flexible. To be honest, flexibility is what made us, you know, have a good trip. I know it's a lot of work, but flexibility was really important, you know, throughout the plane ride, and patience, obviously, and even within traveling in the country, right? We just had to be very flexible with their schedules and what they eat, and their, you know, tantrums or their grumpy moods. And you know what, at the end of the day, you're gonna make a lot of memories. Another point that I do want to bring up is, when you are booking your flight, they are asking, obviously, if you will be flying with a toddler and infant, and also it does ask you if you do want to purchase seats for both. I know that you do have a free ticket, or, you know, you can fly for free. That's really up to you if you want to go ahead and actually put him on your lap or put her on your lap, or actually have a full seat for the infant with the bucket seat as required. Kian actually got his own ticket because he is 2.5. For Kai, I actually carry him with me. When you are also booking the tickets, I know that people do tell you that you do have access to a bassinet if you ask in advance. We flew with Air Canada, and we did try to ask for a bassinet, but they were apparently not available, or you do had to pay extra because of where the bassinet was. It's at the front of basically the airplane where everybody is, and there's more leg room. Usually those require more space, so therefore you are supposed to pay more. I mean, I hear also that some people just get lucky and then they just bump you up to that seat because there's nobody available, or maybe the flight is not full. I'm not sure. But when we tried to get the bassinet, there was none in that airplane. Like, they literally had none in the airplane available because they don't carry that in that specific plane that we went to. And then in another one, we did ask at least to have those seats if it was possible, to have extra room, and we were able to get accommodated for those. It just depends on the airline that you do fly with, but I would suggest to just call and see if they're able to do that for you. Another thing that we did try to do with Kai when I did carry him, I tried to either bring my nursing pillow. I tried to bring that so it would just be easier for me to actually carry him and nurse him, or obviously the strap-on one that you carry him in. So it depends on the airline that you fly with. Since we did fly with Avianca, they actually required the infants to have a seatbelt, so it wasn't as, you know, easy for me to actually carry him with me. With Air Canada, all you had to do is just put him on the takeoff. All you have to do is just basically put him on your chest like this, and then you're able to actually take off with him like that. The point is, when you are flying on the way up and down, a lot of people do suggest to make sure you have a soother, or for, let's say, a toddler, make sure that they're chewing something so their ears don't pop. So that's another thing. Going up and down, I tried to nurse Kai, and Kian, I would try to give him some snacks. Another point that I do want to bring up is when we are going through customs, you do require for your baby not to be in the stroller or the boxy seats, because they basically need to check in your stroller and make sure that everything's out, so they won't make your baby come off the stroller. With Kian, one time when we first flew, we had him in there because it was a morning flight. He was sleeping, so I didn't want to wake him up, but once we got there, we had to take him out and wake him up, and that was not fun. Like, it was like a morning flight too, so it was not fun. So I would suggest maybe if you could try, put him on you right away, strap him in on you, and carry him throughout at least the customs, and when you actually fly all the way into the airplane. With Kai, I carried him everywhere I could, to be honest with you. It was just so much easier just because I had free hands, and with a toddler, I mean, you need as much free hands as you can. So I would suggest to also bring that with you. Bring the strap, whichever works best for you. We had two different ones. We had the one that is like the fabric elasticy one, and we also had the heavy duty one. So depending on where we were, we would use either or. So when I was going through customs, I did bring the heavy duty one, like the thicker one, and then when I was, let's say, within Colombia and I knew it was hot, I would bring the other one that was more elastic. We'll be posting more videos about traveling. Stay tuned. Thank you for watching. Bye.